Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Thursday, and that means it's Pop and Bravo. And today I have a couple of fun guests. It's Kelli and Troy from Beyond the Blinds. You guys know them. They have a great podcast, and they also have a really amazing Instagram.
Well,
Tell me all your secrets. How did you get so many people on your Instagram?
no idea because we don't really post a lot, but thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we're excited. I've been listening to you. I've been binging your show all week.
Oh no. Ooh, hope
No,
hope it was funny and not
no,
like, oh God.
it's good. I like when you talk about when you have I forget his name, but the guy from the Sister Wives podcast. I love when you guys like
Ace.
yeah, those
Mhm.
episodes are very funny.
Ace and I don't know. Maybe I'm 20 years older than him. So, and it's hilarious because I'll say something, Keith Richards. He'll go, I don't know who that is. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah. There was like a
Yeah.
whole moment of you like being like, wait, you don't know this person? And he's like, I've never heard. He's like, I don't know who Dick Clark is. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's like, Dick Clark. He's the one that I'm like, no. That's a different Dick. No,
Yeah,
I think I said Dick Van Dyke. And he's like, what?
yeah, that was it.
Yeah. No, he's hilarious. He has a great podcast about Sister Wives that only airs when Sister Wives is on.
Yeah.
And I believe they're also going to be covering Cody on that
Oh, he's on that
show.
like Viking show or whatever it's
What
called.
am I doing? It's called something. It's called something where you have to survive and fight and be out in the. Denise Richards was on it.
Oh, Survival of the Fittest or Toughest or something. It's on Fox.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. I think Brittany from the Valley is on it.
Yes.
That'll be interesting. Okay, so first of all, let's break this down. Let me get everybody to know who you are. How did you guys meet and start this podcast?
Do you want to go, Troy?
Sure. Well, Kelli and I have both podcasted solo for years. We both had our own shows and we had each other on our shows to talk about the Backstreet Boys and Britney and Free Britney and all that stuff. And then that led to us talking about Lou Pearlman. And then the Lou Pearlman conversation led to blind items. And then we were both like, oh, you read blind items. And then one night, like during COVID, Kelli called me wasted. And she was like, we're going to do a podcast together about blind items. And we had been talking about it, but I didn't know if it would be serious. Yeah. And then we started it and we thought that it would be just like a fun little side thing to do. Maybe like some extra grocery money or something.
Yeah.
And now we're raising a child together.
I know. That's so funny.
That's really fun. Okay. So you guys, you don't go through and like say, okay, we saw this blind item that Perez did, and we think it's this. It's more, I've seen you guys do a lot of like, let's go back to blind items from like 2002, and that's hilarious.
Yeah, so we used to just read like straight blind items before we decided to kind of switch up the show a little bit and do more timelines and more deep dives. But yeah, we used to read like, say, Brad Pitt. We do a whole episode on him, and his blinds would start in like 1999.
Yeah.
So we'd go from 99 to 2004 or whatever year it was.
What was Brad Pitt up to in those days besides cheating on his wife with Angelina Jolie?
Allegedly smoking a lot of pot.
Yeah. And not showering, I heard. Very stinky.
That too.
Yes, he's one of the stinky boys. And he was a like pool boy. He was like a live-in, like just hot pool boy to this gay author.
Oh.
That like gave him his whole start. He was so kind.
I wouldn't mind looking out and seeing Brad Pitt just cleaning my pool. I mean, that'd be all right. That would be all right.
Brad Pitt, come on.
But it sounds like if he was stinky, maybe not.
I'd be like, go in the pool first. Take a dive.
Well, we talk about stinky celebrities a lot, kind of, because there are a lot of blind items about how a lot of celebrity men refuse to wear deodorant. It's like a weird, like, we kind of talk about it as like the way dogs pee on fire hydrants kind of thing. It's like some kind of caveman I'm in charge thing, but like, yeah, apparently A-list men don't like to bathe, and they like for people to smell their like their BO. It's like a thing.
Because I've heard it about Matthew McConaughey because he's all right, one with nature. And you're like, okay, and he's got, a European wife, and it's like, I'm all European like my wife. Who else is stinky?
I'm trying to think.
Who else are the
I feel like Shia LaBeouf was a stinker.
Shia was stinky.
Yeah, he was a stinky one.
There's some stinky girls too, but I can't think right now of who.
Allegedly Cameron Diaz, but I don't believe that.
I kind of believe that. She looks like she might not want to take a shower. Yeah. And back in the day, probably Drew Barrymore too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They would stink together on the Charlie's Angel set.
And Lucy Lou's like, why do I have to be with these stink pots? What agent hooked me up here? That is so funny. You're like, we talk a lot about stinky celebrities. Okay, so let's talk about some topics. Fill me in, please, on Mary Cosby's son getting arrested. What do you know? Do you know anything?
I genuinely don't. I feel like I've heard like so many different stories about her son that like I don't know, he's allegedly heavy into drugs and like maybe stealing.
But he just got arrested for like assault and battery of some sort. So I was like, because I have been so like crazy busy that I'm like, I don't know the story. Maybe they'll know. I depend on other people to tell me the stories because I don't have time to do the research. It looks like Kelly's looking it up to give us a real-time update on Mary Cosby's son. Did you guys watch the Salt Lake City premiere last night?
Oh yeah.
It was good, right?
Yeah.
They're so funny.
I loved how it started. How we're like, we're not going to do it glam. We're not going to do it at a fabulous party where Bronwyn shows up in a what she claims, two of a kind dress. We're going to go full Blair Witch style. And y'all might be too young to know what that is. But that Blair Witch, the cameras and you were like, oh, I'm going to vomit. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was like Salt Lake City lost footage. Like it was like we found the lost tapes of the girls camping. It was amazing. I loved it. It was so funny. Like Mary just like makes me laugh.
She's back and she's not being hateful. She's being fun.
She's like very like I thought last year she was locked in because she was she was, but this year even is like even more. Like she's like, I'm ready to be a real housewife again. Like she's incredible.
And I will say, even when she's hateful, I find her so funny.
Yeah.
No, and that's just like when I used to think Jax was so hot. I'm like, I know it's toxic, and I know I shouldn't. It's just like we cover a lot of Welcome to Plathville, and I have an interview out that came out Wednesday with Olivia Plath, and that's just my favorite show. And everybody's so toxic and so horrible. They're homophobic, they're racist, allegedly. They're all just awful people. But Micah is so hot that it's hard for me to be like, I feel I have hope for him because he's hot. That makes no sense. It's like Brad Pitt being the pool boy. It's like he's hot, but he's stinky, but like, you know.
One thing we always say on our show is you're allowed to have rotted favorites. Even if you know someone's like just, you have your little group of rotted faves.
Yeah. And Micah Plath is that for me, and that's hard because also same age as one of my children, so that's rough for me as well. So Salt Lake City aired. We loved it. Everybody loved it. I feel, and I'm concerned that Heather Gay is too full of herself now. I'm concerned she has gotten too big of a head. I like my housewives to be a little humble and not leaning into unless it is like Ramona. I like a housewife to be kind of pretending they're not aware that they're a celebrity, but I think she's leaning in too much.
I read when I read comments about her, I am so shocked by how polarizing she is. Like you wouldn't expect her to be such a polarizing housewife, but people are like very extreme on their feelings about her. They either despise her and they're like begging for her to be fired and like don't understand what she brings to the show and they say she's boring, or then there's the other extreme where people are like, every great event on this show has happened because of her, and she's orchestrated all the greatest moments in that show's history. Like it's very interesting. So I was like kind of anxious to see like where what she would be like this year, and like I'm a Heather apologist. I actually really like her, and I think she's great on the show.
I
But
love her too.
I think that she thinks now that the show revolves around her. Like she does think
Yes,
that.
that's my point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my point, is that I really, really like her, but I don't want her to get such a big head that then the audience turns on her, because she was sort of like the everyman for us, right? She's like, she is us, we are her. She has a weight struggle. She's got this terrible ex-husband. She's, trying to scrape by with the business. Like all of us kind of like, yes. And then now I don't want her to be like so glam and think the whole show is around her, because everybody that watches it could watch an entire show with just Mary Cosby, really.
Right.
I always say
Really.
she's the Khloe Kardashian of the Housewives. Like
I
she's
was
Khloe.
literally about to say that.
She's like the relatable sister. She's, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
and she's relatable in a way that's not obnoxious, the way like Emily is on OC, where
Mhm.
she's like, I have donuts in my coal. And it's like, okay, like that's not like, that's annoying. Heather's relatable, like the real girl. Like when you see her in the background drunk eating the food that nobody else is eating, that's
Yes.
I feel that in my spirit.
Yeah. Well, it's just like that one scene from OC with Shannon's like, I'm just gonna have the chip. And she's like trying to get behind the camera, and she's like putting in a tortilla chip, like hoping no. I'm like, that's me at the party. I'm like, nobody's gonna eat this dip. What's the dip here for? I'll
Exactly.
eat the dip. I don't care if 6 other people touched it.
Right.
No, Salt Lake City, I was so excited that it's back. I watched it last night, and my daughter kept coming in and out and asking questions. I was like, "You're in or you're out. Like, we're watching or we're not. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you're gonna sit and watch it with no commentary until the commercial." And she's like, "Wow, I guess I'll just be in the other room." I was like so locked in. So locked
You're like, I
in.
guess you will.
She just headed out of the room. Now, did you guys watch, or have you watched the Charlie Sheen documentary?
Yes, I watched it last week.
Deep thoughts on that?
To be honest, one thing that really frustrates me is, for me personally, I think Charlie Sheen is like a dangerous person. Like
Agree.
I genuinely think that. And he gets this like crazy wacky uncle edit that I don't think is fair to his victims.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was interesting. His second wife, is her name Brooke?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting how in the second episode they like very much focused on Brooke and Brooke's struggles, but not like Charlie's struggles with Brooke. And even the night where he allegedly pulled out a knife, they were like, "We don't remember anything about it, so we can't talk about it." I was like, "That's such a cop out."
It's so interesting. I heard somebody else talking about it, and they said, you've got a 911 call. My husband's Charlie Sheen, like, he's going to kill me. He has a knife. And then in the next scene, it's like, he's the sweetest guy on the earth. He never hurt a fly. I'm like, he did pull out a knife on you so much that you called 911 for fear for your life. But it's like, he's the greatest guy in the world. I'm like, is that because he's paying you child support or is raising your children? Like, and I loved Denise Richards on it. I loved her, just being really honest. Like, it was fine until it wasn't, and then I had to leave. Like, I just love Denise Richards. Aaron Pfeffers can tell me whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
He can tell me whatever. He can say whatever he wants. We already saw you, sir, on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and we know that you're weird. So you're not you can't tell me anything about Denise Richards.
Yeah.
Nothing. Love her.
The biggest take I actually got from watching the 2 episodes is Martin Sheen's a really good dad. Like, the way he kept trying to help Charlie and, like, really, like, setting up interventions and driving him or picking him up from rehab, making sure he's in rehab. It gave me a newfound respect for Martin that I didn't even know was there.
Do you think it's weird the mom is just it's like there is no mom. It's like they barely, except for the fact that when they were nudists briefly, like there's
also no sister talk.
Yeah.
And they have a sister, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know they had a sister till I watched the doc, because I knew about obviously Emilio and Ramon.
Yeah.
Ramon.
I always tell people because the Real Housewives also gave Charlie like the silly uncle edit where they're like, "Oh, that crazy Charlie, I can't believe he's in your family." And it's like, I always tell people, when you forget how like truly horrific Charlie is as a human being, read the stuff that Denise said about him in court. It is like gut wrenching, like the abuse, him hitting her and beating her up while she was holding their kids, like the stuff, the kind of stuff that she found on his computer that she had to report to the court. I mean, he is a dangerous person, and like unfortunately he's really funny and charming, and you have to remind yourself like the whole, the tiger blood of it all is like just a small fraction of who he is,
And I didn't think that was cute or funny at the time. I was like, this is not going to end well. This guy's going to die.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be like, well, that was fun. And I'm like, that's just not. Yeah. And the whole, Corey Haim, and he was like, oh, it's not true. And his mom said it's not true. I was like, well, other people said it was true.
Yeah. And his mom was a stage mom that didn't protect him. So we don't really care about how she feels.
Right. And probably he paid the mom.
Absolutely.
They also didn't bring up like Charlie's Angels when he had that like harem of women that he dated at one point during, I think, the Tiger Blood era of him. He had all those young women living with him.
Yeah, I felt like somebody asked me, was he a producer? Did he have any editing rights on it? And that I don't know. He didn't make himself look great, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. If now we turn around and we do like an ID channel version, it's going to be worse, or if Hulu puts out a rival documentary, the uncensored Charlie Sheen or whatever, which would be a great idea, by the way. Somebody do that. Okay. Did you guys watch Unknown Caller?
Yes, that is.
Did you already know the story?
So I didn't.
I like to know somebody who went into it not knowing and watched it and it was like, what the fuck? Because I knew before I watched it.
Yeah. So my fiance mentioned, I think this is the one about the parent or about the mom.
Yeah.
But as we're watching it, I'm like, the mom's not in it. So it's obviously not the mom. So I like didn't believe.
Spoiler alert.
Yes. I didn't believe Blair. I didn't believe my fiance. And I'm like, it's definitely like a coach. It's someone, it's definitely a millennial with how they're typing. So my jaw dropped, even though I did get like told it was the mom. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So I was with some girlfriends this weekend at the beach, and I was like, we're going to watch this thing. Okay. I'd already watched it. By the way, I've listened to like 3 podcasts about it, but I was like, I just wanted to see their reactions. So we're sitting there and it's 4 friends. And so my one friend goes, I think I already know the story. Like, and I go, don't ruin it for everybody. So only immediately when we're watching it, nothing. They don't know, except for the one friend knows nothing. 2 of my friends at the same time goes, I think it's one of the moms. But they thought it was Owen's mom.
Oh, okay.
Just because she looks so like put together, whereas Lauren's mom's like, hi. And you're like, well, it couldn't be this loser, But did you think to me, the most fascinating thing was at the end when the cousin was brought on, the cousin in the bar, and she goes, she's always been attention seeking. If we were talking, she'd have to be over here dancing, trying to get your attention. Which, of course, we didn't get that from her just sitting in a chair, that she's attention seeking. But I was like, oh, so this is like Munchausen by proxy, but with computers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the new kind.
It was crazy. And I've also seen people on socials being like, oh, well, Lauren was in on it. I'm like, there's no way. That poor girl.
She's like 13, 14 at the time.
Yeah. And I'm like, move out of this town. Like, when they were going through where they're at now, I couldn't believe that she stayed in that town and had to go to school with like Owen and Courtney, I believe her name was.
No, it's Chloe. Chloe. Just another Kardashian name with a K-H.
A different K name.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe she was still going to school with them after everything happened. Not that she did anything wrong. It's just to know your mom did that.
It's terrible. And I do think so. At the very least, we know that Lauren is now somewhere in college.
Yes.
So that's good. Because if it's at least it's not like the local community college, then hopefully she can get it. Maybe this money that maybe she earned from being on this thing, she could go one state away,
right.
And her dad seemed like he was like, what the hell?
I know.
But if you've listened to my episode with Ace, we were talking about earlier, he did, before I had watched it, he did a full imitation of, and you'd have to see it on YouTube to see it, but he did this full imitation of the mom. And I was like, well, hold on. I was like, let me look her up. Because I don't even know what she looks like. I haven't watched it. I'm looking her up and I go, she's got Property Brothers mouth. It's where you can't. You just can't. The Property Brothers also can't close their mouth. It's just. Why can't you close your mouth? It's a little bit like Kanye. He also can't close his mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
But he does have metal teeth. Or whatever.
That would also make it difficult when you have titanium teeth or whatever the fuck he's got going on. Kanye is on my list of like, how many shows have you guys had to do about Kanye? Speaking of dangerous.
Honestly, we haven't done many, but recently we did a 2-part Kanye and his controversies. Okay. So if anyone wants to listen to like all the stuff Kanye has done in the last 25 years.
Okay.
Which was interesting. Like, I mean, we both like read. I mean, we have like our fingers on the pulse as much as we can. But like when you have somebody like Kanye that does something crazy like every year, it starts to like snowball where like people just start to disassociate and they just don't even retain it. It's like, oh, Kanye did another crazy thing or he said something crazy. But when you really lay it out, like it is quite insane. We did the same kind of thing with Chris Brown. And it was like, you know, people have this idea in their mind that Chris Brown got arrested like maybe once or twice from the couple big moments, and they're like, they always say like, oh, the Rihanna thing was so long ago, like let a person grow. But Chris Brown has been arrested every single year since Rihanna. Every single year.
So you guys did like a whole thing about Chris Brown and Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to listen to the Kanye one. I'm fascinated by because I just like, where did listen, we all understand like crazy genius and whatever. And obviously, like Charlie Sheen, you can see when somebody's off their meds, and not even in like a funny way, but like very literally off their meds. You can see. And if you have anybody in your life ever that needs to be on meds, you could tell when they're off. And Kanye, the same thing. But I don't understand sort of like, now I'm a Nazi, like that, like what,
Yeah.
Well, in our episode, apparently he was saying those things back in like 2012, if not earlier.
Yeah, he's basically always had these views. But like you said, he's more unhinged now and feels more emboldened to say like what he really feels. I think that he's a very chronically online person. Like I think that he's like on dark Reddit. Like I think that he is like, but apparently he's always secretly been like this. And like if you go back and read stuff that like artists have said about like even recording with him back in the day, like before he was even famous, that it was like a really unhinged kind of terrifying experience being alone in a room with him. And he's also a sexual predator. Like the stuff that women have reported about him, and him like making them watch porn and like showing them his penis and asking people to touch it. He's like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to go listen to that because now, of course, again, toxic. I'm like, oh, let me go listen. That sounds great. I'm literally asking you guys news that I don't know the answer to. Like I wrote down things. I was like, okay, they don't know about Mary Cosby, but I guarantee you they're going to find out. Little Nas X, what happened there? I saw all that stuff of him walking down the street going, where's the party? Where's it? I was like, I don't want this for Little Nas X. I love him.
Yeah, one thing that Troy and I kept saying is at first we thought it was another like PR stunt because he's known for doing stuff like that. But the second I heard he was tased and like in prison or in jail, I was like, no way. Like he's not doing this to sell a single. I think it's really sad. And now he's going to rehab. I know he's going to get some help. And I hope he comes out of it in a more positive light and brings us more fun music. And because I do enjoy his music.
All I heard was he was arrested and hospitalized because he was having some sort of overdose situation. Obviously he was not well. And I didn't hear the rehab part. So I heard that and I saw the videos. And then it just made me sad. So I couldn't watch it anymore.
I think it's crazy. People were walking up to him while he's clearly unwell, being like, will you do a TikTok with us? Like, what?
Oh my God. That guy the guy that like was following and recording him on the street for like 20 minutes. I was like, this is just like really, really sad. Like you
could just get your buddy to call 911 while we're recording him to get somebody to come and get him in an ambulance. Yes.
Like he's in the middle of the road in his underwear. Like, can you do something to maybe help? Like, I don't know. That was just crazy. And we always talk about, whenever we talk about him on the show, I always say that he just strikes me as somebody that feels really susceptible to like darkness. Like he just seems like he'd be. I always say he seems like the one that would be first in line at a party that you should leave. Like he just seems so open and vulnerable to like seedy dark people around him. And like I don't know, I've always worried about him.
Yeah, and then it came true. I'm sorry. Okay, I want you guys to know that I have not watched The Bachelor or The Bachelorette literally since Nick Viall was on. Okay, and I don't even know if that was in the early aughts. I don't know when that was. And I'm not like a giant Nick Viall fan now, I'll tell you that much. But Taylor Frankie Paul being the Bachelorette is going to make me watch it. So they won. So they won. They succeeded. They won.
Yeah.
And people are mad about it, but you know what? I think that whatever their intention was, it worked. Like we're all talking about it. I mean, everybody is talking about it.
It's stunt casting, but I don't care. I'm gonna watch it.
And she's like a TV.
It's a stunt cast that worked.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like my co-host Keisha goes, "Who wants to date this girl that's got 3 kids by 2 men, has been arrested, is a swinger?" Blah blah. I go, I don't think he's a swinger. And like that's not like her. I don't think that swinging is her brand. I think she just did it because she got married when she was like 19 and was like, I might like to bang somebody else. You know, I was like, and that's just what they did. I go, I don't think she's a swinger. You know,
yeah,
she was just involved in swinging.
Yeah, she just happened to do a couple of swings. But people are like, why on earth would this be the? And I go, why does it have to be like a young single person with no kids ever been married? Why does it have to be that? Because somebody like Taylor Frankie Paul is out there in the world trying to date, and she's a gorgeous woman. So I'm like, bring it on. It worked. Whatever PR they have pulled, it worked on me. Whoever that team needs to get an Emmy. It worked on me.
That's why I think it's so good, because this show needs to get with modern times. Like The Bachelor is like 20 years behind in all ways. And like it used to be, I remember what's her name? She's like she's a podcaster now. I can't think of her name.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Caitlin?
No, huh?
Was Caitlin? It Caitlin?
Yeah, Caitlin. Like I remember on her season, I loved her. She was like one of my favorite bachelorettes of all time. And people were like ready to pitchfork her because she like had sex during the season.
Oh, right.
Like it's just like people like like.
But if it was a guy, they would be like, "You go for it, man! Bang those 2 women in 2 days." Yeah.
Allegedly, the guys hook up with everybody, and nobody ever says anything. So it's just like, like let's get with modern times where people have baggage. People that are on dating apps have baggage. They have kids. They have exes. Like it's who cares, you know?
I'm excited about it. And then the Golden Bachelor, the Golden Bachelorette, whatever. I sort of that first season, it was a novelty, so I watched it for a little bit. But I was like, I can't believe. And also, a lady from my neighborhood was on it. Now, I don't really know her very well, but somebody was like, you know, so and so. I was like, say what? She was the one, and literally her name was like Nancy. I can't remember, but she was so cute, and she was the one where they had to do like the wedding dress thing. So she had to put on the wedding dress for something, and then she started crying. It was like the last time I wore a wedding dress, you know, and then my husband died and all that, and then she left. But what's interesting about this coming season of The Golden Bachelor is that guy has made some like rude comments, like "Don't bring me anybody over 60." Meanwhile, he's like 65.
Of course.
And then Heather McDonald's friend is going to be on it, and she was saying on her show, she was like, I've known, but I couldn't say. She's like, I don't know what happens. I don't know any outcome. She said, but my friend is on it. It's like one of her best friends, and I was like, wow. And like, but that guy, he seems so like red faced. Like I didn't seem like I want, you know, look like he looks sunburned. Like I didn't want to. I don't know if I'm interested in him.
Yeah,
No.
it is quite. My friends my friends and I used to talk about this. Like it's like painful to watch The Bachelor and not want to hook up with The Bachelor. It's like I don't know if 3 hours a night. Like I'm like I gotta be striving towards something here.
You got right. You're like he's not hot. I don't care. So, what are some other hot topics that you guys covered that like I wouldn't even think about?
You know, I actually last night I want to recommend this doc to you and anyone who listens. Let me find the name of it really quick.
Okay.
It's called Thirst Trap, and it's on Paramount Plus.
I've heard
And
about
it's about this TikToker named William White, who I did not know before I started watching this. Troy, you would love this. So he's like a thirst trappy TikToker,
Yeah.
but all the women who follow him are like 40 and up.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, oh, I'm at Domino's, and then his bill's paid. He's made over $2 million from these women just sending him money. And like he sleeps with them. It is crazy. And I think everyone should watch it. Thirst Trap on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. My friend Kate Casey recommended it.
Mm-hmm.
And what was so fascinating was Kate was telling me about it. She was the same thing. She's like, you wouldn't believe it. Like these women are like in their 40s, 50s, and they're fighting over this kid who lives in Canada and they don't even know him. And like they're showing up at his house and the mom's like, whoa, are you here to play mahjong? Or are you here to sleep with my son? Like what's happening? And crazy. But as Kate was telling me about it, I was like, did Heather interview that guy? And we asked Heather, and she had completely forgotten. During COVID, she interviewed him because he was such like a TikTok sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'll tell you, it was a painful interview because it was like pulling teeth. Like he didn't have any personality, you know.
And he doesn't in the doc either. He does not.
He's just good looking.
So you haven't sent him any Domino's money?
No, I haven't sent him any gifts on TikTok Live or anything. But there is
roses or whatever you send.
This woman, her handle, and she's on it, like her face, everything. Her handle is Will's Gutter Girl. So, so it's incredible. I can't recommend it enough. And like these women are from California. Someone traveled to Greece to watch him get rebaptized or born again. Like everyone needs to watch this, please.
I can't judge until I see it. I might be sending him money. I'm not kidding.
I mean, I was about to say, it might be Will's Gutter Boy at the end of it. Yeah.
Gutter Guy
101.
I'm surrounded by gift cards. I'm like, it's nothing.
But yes, Kate told me about that and I haven't watched it. So when I was on this trip with the girls, I posed it like, hey, my friend Kate, who this is what she does. She recommends things. Would you guys want to watch this? And I kind of told them the premise and they're like, ew.
That was like my reaction when my fiance put it on. She's like, we're gonna watch this, and halfway I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, she's like they go, ooh, it's like women our age going after a kid our son's age. I go, yeah. And they're like, we don't think so. But now I wish I would have forced them to watch it like I forced them to watch Unknown Caller.
Yeah.
But instead we watched the Charlie Sheen documentary.
I mean, all bangers, all three were great, but
yeah.
Thirst Trap, it wasn't even on my radar till last night, and now it's all I want to talk about.
It's because it's on Paramount Plus, and people are like, "How do I even get that? Do I have that?
Yeah.
Do I have to pay $4.99 a month for that too?" It's like, oh god. And then I was like, then I looked, I was like, okay, I do have it. I do pay for it. I didn't even know. And
that's how you discover what apps you have, is you just find out like that.
Yeah. when you want to like, you type in, how do I watch blah, blah, blah. And you're like, do I have that? You click it. You're like, I do.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I've paid thousands for it now.
Oh, I give them $12 a month. Why? Yeah. Somebody the other day was like, you just got to go ahead and get on the YouTube premium, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I refuse. I can't pay. That's where I draw the line. It's like, why? Why is that? I pay for Paramount Plus. Why is YouTube now where I'm drawing the line? I'm just like, I can't pay for one more thing. Just put it all on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay. Did you guys watch Dancing with the Stars last night?
This is okay. Yeah. We had a whole segment on our show about Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, let's hear it.
They tempt me every year with the cast. I mean, the casting is superb. Chef's kiss, like couldn't be better. Kate Gosselin stomping down the stairs is like pornographic to me. Like literally, sign me up. But the show is so boring, and the dancing is so boring. I can't.
It's like so cheesy.
It's so cheesy and so geriatric, and it's like, who wants to see Lil' Kim doing the waltz? Is how I feel about it.
Me. I would like to see Lil' Kim, what she looks like right now, trying to do any dancing.
I did hear
she looks like an upside down pear, and it goes to the bottom, and those are her feet. Those are her little feet, and they're like, it's a crazy. So yeah, I would like to see that. But go ahead.
Okay, touche.
I did hear Dylan Efron did a dance to
He did.
Khaleesi's milkshake.
He
So,
did.
you know,
He did.
I feel like when it comes to shows like that, or even like, I'm going to call it the wrong name again, that Fox Strongest Survival person.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, with like
Special forces. Special forces. We did it, you guys. It took 35 minutes, but we got it. Yeah. Special forces. Yeah.
When it comes to those shows, I just feel like I can watch the clips. Like, I don't need to sit through a whole episode. Like,
totally.
If I want to see the Dylan Efron thing, I'll just type it into TikTok. I don't.
Yes.
And if like Aaron Carter couldn't get me to watch it a decade ago, there's no one that will get me to watch it.
Well,
so it's my mother. My mother's favorite show. She's 85. It's my mother. Like I wrote her last night. I go, Mom, I'll have you know I'm watching Dancing with the Stars. I was watching it for the Mormon Wives and Ilaria, and I said I'm watching it, and Mom goes, "Oh, thank you for reminding me. Just go and tune onto her television." So I did watch it.
What did you think?
I wrote my friend Matt, and I go, I remember now why I don't watch it. It's so cheesy. It's the whole Juliana Huff and Alfonso Ribeiro going, back to you, Juliana, back to you, Alfonso. And you're like, whoa, like take it down. And the Bruno jumping over the desk, it's like if you haven't watched it in 20 years, he's still with white hair, jumping over the desk, doing like, you know, all of that. And you're like, and Derek Huff's like, okay. And last night was the premiere. It's a live show, and Kelly Ann Abba wasn't even there. She was sick.
Oh, wow.
So they were just doing 2 judges. Like they didn't even like, let's bring in somebody real quick. Let Julianne sit
Julianne down.
Yeah. And I don't know if she got like real sick before, but I was like, that's sus. But so Corey Feldman was on there.
Oh, Corey.
He's doing a lot of Michael Jackson cosplay.
I was going to say, was he doing Michael? That's his standards.
But of course, Alfonso Ribeiro was also used to do a lot of Michael Jackson cosplay. So we're all just like everything's fine. Nothing to see here. We'll just bring out a Bill Cosby dancer next. Like everything's great. Nothing problematic. Let's do some Jeffrey Epstein. It's fine. I was like, all right, nobody's going to mention that's weird. Okay. Dylan Efron was not a good dancer, but pretty to look at. You know, he opened the show.
Oh,
he opened with he and Bruno sipping a milkshake, and then he jumped up and did like a booty shake, and then did milkshake. Whitney from Mormon Wives was great.
She's such a good dancer.
She's a great dancer. And Jen from Mormon Wives was okay. She did a lot of flips. I was like, is this a cheerleading competition? And they even said at the end, like, you can actually dance. You don't have to keep flipping, like so many flips.
Wow.
Let me tell you
something about Jen really worries me. I can't explain it, but I feel like
she has 3 under 3. Has an 8-week-old baby and is on the show.
And that husband of hers, even though he had a good edit last season, I'm not tricked.
He's over there in a t-shirt that says like Jen's fan. I don't remember. But Whitney was really good. She looks incredible. And you forget like how like hot she actually is because she's always in those like big collared dresses and stuff. You forget she's actually hot stuff. I'm trying to think. So Corey Feldman was there, and they kept going to, they would say like friends and family of whoever is Corey Feldman. They would go over to this woman who's like tattooed like neck to foot and they kept going, and it was like 3 of them, and you're like, are those his angels?
Oh
yeah.
He still has his angels. He didn't retire his.
No, I think they're still there.
But
I gotta tell you, listen, next week 2 people will be eliminated, and that will be good for me because then there'll be less show to watch. Andy Richter was on, and he kind of did a lot of winking at the camera. I'm trying to think who else was good. Ilaria Baldwin, you would not have, if you put her you would not have known that was her.
She's a good dancer, right? She's like,
she used to be like a professional dancer, but then she literally broke her hip from like overuse or something. And they showed like her x-ray with her pins and her thing. And her accent, as per usual, comes and goes. But she has like such different hair and such of course, heavy makeup and stuff. And then she's just like a little stick with the little, round little boobies on it that are little rocks. So you wouldn't really recognize her from the Alaria we knew on the show. But she wasn't as annoying as you thought, because I was thinking she'll be the first one to be eliminated because people fucking hate her.
Yeah.
But they didn't give her a chance to be hated. She didn't let her personality come out too much.
Yeah, I saw videos of her doing like TikTok promo in Union Square.
That's what she needs to stop that, because people are going to not vote for her. People aren't going to vote for her if she shows her real personality. Do you know what I mean? Like people like my mom watching at home who don't know anything about her will be like,
Yeah.
she's interesting. I didn't know she's married to that Alec Baldwin. 7 children is a lot. It would vote for her. But if you know anything, then you're not going to.
Unfortunately for me, she gives like VH1 reality star, and I love that. Like if VH1 was still running, she would have been on Rock of Love or something.
She would have been great on Couples Therapy.
Yeah, Couples Therapy with Dr. Drew, her and Alec. Like, I wish that would have been great for me.
Yeah.
Well, we probably the only podcast in the world covered the Baldwins on our show. We recapped it episode by episode, play by play. I couldn't get enough of it.
Me too. I talked about it briefly during like a Kiki, but I watched every week and I never took my eyes off that screen.
And they had that one baby that was such an asshole.
Yeah.
That one baby that go around just whacking people in the face and stuff. And I was like, nobody's checking that baby.
And they call her the baby.
The baby. And she was like 6 and she's walking around like hitting people and stuff. Yeah. I was like, that baby is an asshole.
She's got Alex's spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
One point at the dentist, and it's like all the kids, and they're like, what did you learn today? And one of the boys is like, I learned my sister's a bitch.
Yeah. And she's like, don't be a fucking asshole. And they're like 10 and 6. And the dentist is like, we don't talk like that. And they're like, oh, and you can hear Alaria and the other going, no. Don't talk like that to your sister. No. And you're like, oh my God. Now listen, it's a miracle my kids didn't have potty mouths, and they're older now, so it's fine. But I reined it in for a long time. But once they hit like 17, 18, I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, this is how we talk. I can't censor myself in front of you. And now it's just a full potty mouth over here. I don't care. Okay. So Salt Lake City, we talked about. Are you guys keeping up with Miami?
I'm not so much.
I usually keep up with Miami. This season's been tough for me.
Really? Okay. Tell me why.
I just like, I don't know. I feel like the past 2 seasons of Miami have been absolute perfection. Like just absolutely incredible. This year, the girls are producing. I hate when the Housewives self-produce. I hate when they try and like run. It's like, just show up and be funny and let things play out. Stop trying to be a producer of this damn show. I hate that because it never works out.
Well, that little Stephanie showed up and she's just boom, 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 like producing her own storylines. But she's but people like her or they hate her. One of the two.
They love to hate her.
Which is what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't bother me. I wouldn't want to be friends with her, but she doesn't bother me.
I'm very behind, but I will say I do know enough that I need I can't even think of her freaking name. The Julia. Enough. Like, we have entertained the idea of this woman being a housewife enough, and it was ridiculous her first year, and then she came back and was like, what is she doing here? I guess she can stay. Now
she's adopted 2 more children.
It's like enough.
She's got to stay on the show. She needs the money. She's got 2 kids now. She's got 2 kids now and a goat in the kitchen. Yeah.
I'm like, get this woman off my screen immediately.
I'm sure you guys are caught up on all the OC drama. Katie wasn't even on this episode, this past episode, which was interesting. And I will say that kind of at the end, they bring up Gina is a little bit worried about Shannon's drinking, which I'm like, okay, how many seasons has Shannon been on? Are we talking 10, 12? This is a storyline every season. Yeah. Girl, stop drinking on camera. Do what you want in the off season, but you need to pull a Sonia and just not drink for a whole season and then get lit in the off season. I don't know why she's not getting the memo, because I think she thought she was going to be able to eke back into slowly drinking on camera. But this past episode, she was clearly lit. They did a whole montage of shit she was saying in the car where she was like, my uncle has an avocado farm and they're like, what? it's not looking good for Shannon. And they kind of show at the end of the episode that Gina's worried about it. And I was like, yeah, she should be. She should be.
I also feel like that's a storyline.
Yeah.
Being worried about Shannon's drinking is a B plot at this point.
No, it's just the through line. It's just every season. It's just like showing pictures of the ocean. It's just we're worried about Shannon's drinking. It's like it's always constant, right?
True.
We do see for next week, it talks about Tamra at some point tried to put out an album or something, and they're like, wait, what? And they go, yeah, she ended up banging. Whoop. Now that's what I need you blind eye of people to find out.
We'll look and we'll email you if we find the answer for sure.
I need to know because Tamra banged whoop, and it was 2 words. So I was like, is it Richard Marx? Is it, because that's the only celebrity that ever comes on the show. And I was like, is it you're like Adam Levine. I need to see if it's like enough syllables.
My dream is that it's Dallas Austin, and then there's a through line of Atlanta where like Kim Zolciak's former music producer inched his way into OC. That's what I'm hoping.
Okay, so you have to slow it down and watch the lips because it shows Gretchen's lips, but they in addition to bleeping it, they put fuzzy over her lips so that you couldn't read it, but it's just low enough that you might be. I was like, kept going back and forth, trying to see if I could figure it out. Somebody's gonna know, and I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to figure it out.
Yeah, I need to like hear it and be like, is that a Scott Storch track?
I hope that it's somebody just obscure from the Housewives universe. I hope it's the guy that produced Money Can't Buy You Class. I'm not kidding. Like, I want it to be somebody absolutely ridiculous.
I think because it's bleeped, it's somebody that we know.
David Foster.
Oh my God.
They sat at the piano.
Can you imagine Tamra sitting with David Foster, who's so like classy, and being like, let's play this bitch. Yeah. David Foster.
He's like, this was meant for Celine, but
same. Tamra Judge, Celine Dion, same. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Literally, that's like my last note here. It was like, can they figure out who it is? And please let me know immediately when you do. I need to be on it. Okay, so you guys tell everybody where they can find your Instagram, your podcast, your TikTok, all the things you do, because you're so entertaining and you do have all the scoop. And I am getting on an airplane later today, and I am going to listen to that 2-part episode about Kanye.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you. Let us know how you feel about it.
Okay, I'm sure I'll be disturbed.
And pretty much if you look up Beyond the Blinds will pop up. I know on Instagram it's Beyond the Blinds Pod. I believe TikTok it's also Beyond the Blinds Pod. But we're streaming everywhere, and we are going on a tour this fall. So we'll be hitting up the West Coast, Midwest, and East Coast.
Wow. Are you coming to DC?
We are. Well, we're going to Arlington, Virginia, if you would like to come.
I live in Alexandria, Virginia, which is next door to Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, we come to our show.
Yeah.
Where is it in Arlington? Do you know? I mean,
Arlington Draft House.
Oh, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah. We would love to have you there.
I'm writing it down. Arlington Draft House. Okay, great. I'd love to come. All right, I'll be in touch with you guys about that. Awesome. What do you guys do? Do you just sit on the stage and you just sort of kiki about like what the latest news is and stuff?
Well, we used to do our show. We've done like, what is this, our 3rd time going on tour? 4th?
Ooh, wow.
So each time we've kind of switched up the format of the live show. It used to be really blind item heavy. We've lightened it up a little. And then we've incorporated like some games and like fun like audience interaction. But this coming time, we're doing something that we haven't done, which we haven't really talked about yet. It's kind of a surprise. We like to like leave it a surprise, but it's going to be really entertaining, super pop culture heavy, very audience interactive. Like it's going to be a fun, get drunk at 7 p.m. kind of thing.
Yes. You guys should get people from the audience to come up and give you a blind item and see if you guys can guess.
Well, we do a Q&A at the end. So if someone wants to present us with a blind item, we are more than happy.
Yeah. Or not even blind, just like blast it.
Exactly.
Like I've got a million, but because Dave Grohl is local to our area, people used to always be like, Dave Grohl actually bought my friend's house. So I've got more like Dave Grohl stories from that era, like personally him, meeting with my friend when they were buying the house. But she called me one time. This was like, you guys, is before I got married, which has been 25 years. She called me and she on like a landline. And I was working at Turner Broadcasting at the time. And she called me and she's going, and I go, what? And she goes, is in my house. I go, who's in your house? Do you need 911? Like, what's happening? She was like, Dave Grohl is in my house. I was like, what? And he was touring the house with Taylor Hawkins and he bought it and he recorded the first Foo Fighters album in her house.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? So
that's
in our
insane.
it was insane. So like if you the Rolling Stone articles you go and look up from that time, that I was like, that's Mary's house. But her parents' house. But it's fascinating because people always had these stories about I saw Dave Grohl at Maggie Moo's getting ice cream, and he was always nice and normal. And people are like, and then the people behind the counter are like, are we supposed to know you? Are you famous? He's like, nah, no. Don't look at me. I'm just trying to get my cookies and cream. But I love stories like that where people get up and say, I saw so-and-so in an airport, like Jen Aiden yell at Jersey Mike's employee at the airport. Like I love stories like that.
That's one of the fun things about our live shows. Like the one thing about our live show that never changes is the Q&A. Like there's always a section of the show where like it's just the whole room gossiping, basically.
Yes,
and
I love that.
Always local gossip that you could never ever possibly know unless you're in the town, and like it doesn't leave the live show.
Yeah.
So it's just fun.
Unfortunately, where we live, it's a lot of like political stuff. So maybe you should make that announcement at the beginning. We don't want to hear about any politicians you saw. We don't care. We don't care.
We haven't done DC in a while. A lot's changed since the last time we were there.
Definitely.
Well, I'll just leave that there. But I'll definitely come. I'll definitely come. I'll be in touch with you guys about it. Yeah, you guys look up Beyond the Blinds and listen to their podcast and follow all the Instagram and the TikTok. And then if you're in a place where you can go to a live show, I'd love to go to a live show and just meet like-minded people. That's like my favorite thing in the world is just like standing at the bar and like chat with people about the stupid stuff that we all like.
Yeah, a lot of people come to our shows alone and leave with like a gaggle of girls, and the next year we come around, they'll come with their friends that they met at our first show. It's really cool.
Oh, I love that too. I'm always like, don't be afraid to go alone because everybody there is like into the same thing you are. So you could walk away with 10 new friends. Yeah. Okay, everybody. And if you're listening and you are fans of Troy and Kelly and you don't know who I am, please follow me too. It's Mary Payne at Pink Shade Pod. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.